just a podcast underground. Cheap mics buzzing, webcams blurry. Put it out there, no need to worry. Fine K66.9 is no joke. Audio so rough, makes your ears choke. But they keep talking, voices ain't broke. Budget keeps microphones stroke. We ain't got cash, just passion black. Audio crack. Rock this podcast. Crack the podcast. Crackling audio, background invite. Authentic sound in the dead of the night. Listeners tune in, nothing's ever tried. Raw and pretty, not pristine or light.
Good evening and what's up, everybody? Thanks for coming back to Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. I am Clay, and
Hey, I guess that would make me Kevin.
that's Kevin. That guy right over there. How we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. How about yourself?
I am alive.
I think I am.
Yeah.
I think I am. It's been a day. Without going into too much details, it's been a day.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh no, I'll survive.
Yeah. He will survive.
All right, guys. How's everybody doing out there? Looks like we have Know Your Joe watching. How's it going, Joe?
What's happening, Bill?
I hope everybody is having themselves a great Baby Friday, because I mean, I guess that's what you could call it, Baby Friday. We do have a poll, guys. We do have a poll.
Gotta have a poll.
Yeah, gotta have poll. And again, we like to make the poll fun.
It'd be cool if we had a dancer for the poll. That would be better.
That really would. But we do have a poll. Let's check it out real quick. Should chili have beans?
Okay.
Hashtag with beans, hashtag without. I had another one, but I feel like the other one was more for summertime.
If it's going on a hot dog, I prefer no beans. If I'm eating a bowl of chili, I want the beans.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But I'm here in Texas. In Texas, Texans swear no beans go in chili.
Really?
Yes, and I think that they're wrong.
I mean, I like it both ways, but if I'm just gonna, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
That face don't look like I'm good.
I'm good.
Like I said, if I'm gonna have a bowl of chili, I want beans, I want sour cream, some shredded cheddar, and some crackers.
It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
We got two without beans.
You do?
Yeah. So it's hashtag with if you want beans in it, hashtag without if you don't want beans in your chili. All right, we'll come back to this poll a little bit later.
Let's see. Yeah, go ahead. Hashtag, what was it? Hashtag with or without?
Yep, hashtag with, hashtag without.
Okay.
I've had beans without chili, but it's normally, like you said, on a hot dog. to make it a good old chili dog.
Without
So,
beans.
yes.
Yeah. Kind of similar to like the Coney Island style.
Yeah. We got Chris, man. How's it going, Chris? He put out a budget microphone video today.
I didn't get to watch that one. I was busy all day.
We got Yo Cholo up in the house. How's it going, Yo
What's
Cholo?
up, Felix? How we doing?
So this is Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin, and the first thing that we like to do is we like to spotlight a certain piece of equipment that's usually under $100 that would help with a budget podcast, a podcasting on a budget. And this week we are going to be spotlighting this bad boy right here, the Stage Right Memphis Blue.
And that is a bad boy.
Man,
That is a big old heavy bad boy.
yeah, I mean, in comparison, if you want to compare to a retro microphone, this,
That's like the baby.
yeah, I mean, it's,
Like half the size.
yeah.
That's crazy. That thing's. Now I want one.
Yeah, I ended up, hold on, let me put this back.
And you got it sounding so good too on that processing.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's running through the Rodecaster Duo, in the podcast studio settings. So yeah, that's all it is. I love the chrome. I love the blue. It is a heavy microphone. So I would say if you do get one, make sure you have a boom arm that will support it, because there's some boom arms that will not support it. It's just too heavy.
Yeah, I wish they had some different color options too, just to make it fun. But
I do too, but I would always stick with the chrome because, like I said, I have the flat black, but I wish I would have got a chrome one of those.
I meant more like the pop filter on the inside.
Yeah,
Like if they could come up with green and red and
even black would have been nice, to tell you the truth. But let's check this out. Let's see what features this thing has real quick. So we got the classic dynamic microphone, look and sound like a king. And this, like I said, this thing, it looks white in the picture there for some reason, but I mean, as you can see, it's chrome.
That's just like the 5 cores. When you look them up on Amazon, the chrome ones look white.
Yeah.
Same deal.
So it does have classic styling. It is shock mounted ish. I mean,
Inside, yeah.
Yeah, ish. It does cut down on a little bit of noise handling, but it, like I said, super heavy because it is a die cast housing. Classic styling, look like a king with the classic styling and performance microphone of the 40s and 50s. Sound like a king with the modern dynamic microphone technology with a super cardioid pattern. Again, shock mounted. The internal microphone element is shock mounted to prevent handling noise, but it does still have handling noise. It quite a bit of handling noise. So I would not like hold this microphone and talk with it.
Yeah.
And again, die-cast housing. The die-cast zinc metal housing is nearly indestructible. And like I said, yeah, you could use this as a freaking weapon. You really could.
Yeah. It's a brick. What's up, Anthony Lewis? How you doing? Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah. What's up, Anthony? It is a super cardioid pattern, as you see here. The command of your sound with the super cardioid super cardioid polar pattern, which rejects the feedback from from nearby monitors and loud PA systems. I will say, when I did the test on this, the sound rejection was a little bit better than I was expecting it to be.
I would think it does decent.
Yeah, it's very decent for what it is for sound rejection, for sure. And here's your frequency response. 50.
Geek out.
Was that?
I said geek out on us.
There's your nerd specs. I'm not going to go over them too much.
Yeah.
But high quality zinc die-cast housing, as we stated, high output dynamic cardioid for big, powerful, loud sounds, super cardioid polar pattern for reduced feedback during the performance, all that good stuff. So yeah. Oh, and it does come with a nice carrying case.
It's like a suitcase.
Yeah, which if you set it up right, you can put lights in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So the Monoprice Memphis Blue Classic Dynamic Microphone, you can get it. It's $65. It's $65. It's $10 more than the Fine AM8. Just $10 more, and you're getting a metal build. And I'm loving the sound that this thing puts out.
Yeah.
So, $65. I mean, that's a steal. It's a steal of a deal. It looks better on camera too, in my personal opinion. So
Looks great.
that is your spotlight item that we have. I wonder, do we have any questions about it at all? Anything that we may be able to reference? The Pulp Fiction reference in the review was good. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do have a full review of this microphone that just came out today. And yeah, the very beginning was a very Pulp Fiction-y type thing that I did with it. I don't know if I got the idea from Pulp Fiction, but it was just an idea that popped in my head. It could have been Pulp Fiction. And I'm just not realizing it.
You just weren't privy to it.
Yeah. That's
internally, yes.
I do sound like Kevin, Chris. I do sound like Kevin. I sound just like him. It's amazing.
So yeah, you should do voices.
Thank you very much. I do. He says I sound great. I do appreciate that. So, Clay, do you have any questions about this at all?
No, I mean, I I did a review on it. I loved it. I hated parting with it, and now that I see it in the screen again, I want one even more. So
I've had my eye on this thing for a while. I've seen your review. I've seen Mike's review. I've seen Bart's review. I've seen Chris's review of it, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get one. And I happen to have a little bit of credit, so I went ahead and got it. So,
trigger. Anthony, you do need an adapter because the space between the mounting part, like the post or the whatever, and where the XLR connects is so close. Just the thickness of your XLR plug alone, it won't. So you have to put an adapter. And Kevin has a really good suggestion for an adapter for this.
I do. The on-stage adapter that I currently use for both microphones, or for both boom arms. For both boom arms, is $15. $15 for a adapter, and it's a quick release. So if you have several different microphones, it's easy to take on and off.
And the key thing is, let me see if I can. The girth, like the diameter of the one that you have. Hang on, where is it?
The girth.
I have one right here somewhere.
I can just maybe do this. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, this is close.
Yeah.
This is very similar, but it's the diameter that makes it work on that on-stage quick release, because the thickness of this next to the plug fits well in these microphones.
Yeah, it's meant to go on a stage stand, which is why it's not really made to go on a boom arm.
That's why it was on my other microphone.
There you go.
So you can see how thin that is, and
it works perfect.
Well, next to the XLR port.
Yeah, you can see it's pretty. It's just
even
as close. Yeah, it's probably just as close on the sound core as it is on the Memphis Blue.
Yeah, well, that's why this is on the 5-core, because I can't hook the 5-core up either without it.
Right. Just Devo. Hey guys, late I am.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, not a problem, man. Not a problem.
Late
Better
I
late
am,
than
yes.
never. Better late than never, I always say. All right, guys. We do have some talking points as well.
Yes.
We do
Yes,
have some
we
talking.
do.
I'll wait till Clay's a little bit ready.
I was putting this away. I was wondering why I couldn't fit this mic in the shelf that well, and it was because I still had it on the adapter.
There you go. Hey, we got the Broken Brain Show. How's it going, man?
What's
How's
up,
it going?
Eric?
Long time no see, man. I hope you're having a great night, dude. So we do have a couple talking points as well. We did spotlight the Memphis Blue, which I think this is the sound you're getting. Hold on, let me do no processing. All right, this is the sound you're going to get with no processing on this thing at all. I still think it has a very nice, very FM style sound to it. I love the sound that it gives without processing, but me being an audio guy, I love to tinker and play with my audio. When I put a little processing on it, we go from this sound to right here to this sound right here. This is the sound, just a little bit smoother, a little bit more even, a bit more rounded.
It sounds good.
Yeah. It sounded good in my headphones too.
I may sound different tonight, and it's because I'm not running my processing like I normally do. I'm just running it off of the Vocaster hub, and I'm in radio mode, if anybody's wondering.
I still think you sound good, man. I still think you sound good.
Cool. Good
Clay's
deal.
Clay's like, but I like my settings.
You know how it is. You get something dialed in that you like that sounds good to your ear, and you
Exactly. Only problem with that is EV Mucks don't like to play nice sometimes.
No, it's tricky. Running my processing is tricky because I don't have a good. I mean, I've got the Vocaster. There's enhancement settings in it. You can EQ it a little bit. I just, for some reason, I like OBS better, and I use a VST plugin that's got like a 16-band EQ, and I just like them.
Well, that's why you like it, because it has all that extra, all the bells and whistles, which, I mean, let's face it, if you want, you can have vanilla ice cream, or you can have vanilla ice cream with sprinkles and chocolate swirls and gummy bears and all that stuff. So, I mean, no matter what, it's still vanilla ice cream and still good, but
just a little better.
A little bit better. Yeah. All right, let's get to some of our talking points real quick.
Let's
do these ones real quick.
Okay. So I'll read off these ones. Choosing the right niche. It's really important because, and I still struggle with it a little bit as far as my raw channel goes. If you don't choose the right niche, you'll fall short. And it's going to show. So you want to make sure that you pick something that is a good topic for you, something you're knowledgeable on, something that you are well rehearsed in. So picking a niche is the first thing. Pick the right niche. Consistency and sustainability. So consistency, I'm trying to stay with it. I would say Kevin is probably a little more consistent than me, but the sustainability. Pick something. This is kind of falls into almost the same category as the niche. You want to pick something that you can do for a long time, something that you're not going to get wore out from, something that you're able to keep doing week after week, month after month, whatever it is. You want to find something that's sustainable. And then the last topic that I have is learn storytelling. Being able to put things together and make them interesting, or learning how to tell stories, helps you convey your message better, and it also keeps it more engaging. So all three great points for sure. So
mine right here are scripting versus unscripting. Now, and this is my opinion, and my opinion on this one is I like unscripted things. I like having talking points, going in and having things I may want to hit here or there, but I don't want to be reading off a teleprompter. I don't want a fully scripted thing. I like going off the cuff, even though I stumble sometimes, and you see it live. I'll stumble on my words and stuff like that, but I feel that's more real because it's me talking to you, not me reading something.
This last video, the Stage Right Memphis Blue.
Oh yeah.
You had that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that video is if not your top video, it's one of your top videos.
I appreciate that, man.
Because it was just for me. It checked all the boxes. It was real. You dropped some stuff and you played on it. Like you didn't just mess up. You messed up and made it part of the show. Yeah,
that's things that normally happens. I'll cut and reshoot it, but I'm like, I'm leaving it in.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate that. So planning ahead is a big one. Make sure you have a talking point. Like Clay said, with sustainability and everything, you want to be plan ahead. Your shows, it could be 5 minutes before the show, but plan ahead, because I can't preach planning ahead too far in advance, because this show right here sometimes gets planned ahead 5 minutes before we go live.
Yeah. This show is a little different, but everything else you do, you stockpile, you plan ahead, and that's good. I want to be that way, but I can't. I haven't gotten to that point. I'm just terrible.
Yeah. What was your third one? Your third one was no consistency. Yeah, for my movie reviews, I'm ahead like 3 to 6 weeks at a time. For my reviews, I'm usually when one review comes out, I'm planning to record the next one, and I'll have it either planned either that week or the Monday or Tuesday beforehand. So yeah, I have dates and times that my videos come out, and that's planned ahead for sure.
Right.
Structuring episodes. Now, that is something that can be learned as you go forward, as you're doing shows. This show itself, its structure has changed from the episode 1 to now. We've added things, we've changed things, we've brought things in, taken things out. You're gonna find your structure as you go, and it needs to be something that works best for you, because you're the one driving the show in podcasting. You're the one behind the camera. You're the one in the microphone. It needs to be a structure that you're comfortable with, but at the same time not forcing something that the audience may not care about. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to have something that that's structured and
sellable.
So, exactly.
Viable. You know, like you want, and I hate to reference it as a marketing thing, but it's not so much marketing in the aspects of trying to pull in money, but marketing in the aspects of you want it to be sellable. You want people to be pulled into it.
Well, let's face it, we're doing YouTube, and we're selling ourselves when we're on camera. And that is what you're doing. You are selling yourself, whether you're just talking about your day as a vlogger, or you're trying to sell a product for a company or yourself. You are selling yourself first. That is the first thing that you need to realize, is you need to sell yourself first, because if the people watching you don't really care for you, they're not going to watch.
They're not going to buy it.
If they can't relate to you and you know, engage with you, they're not gonna be there. They'll move on. And that's just my opinion that on how I see things, though. So we touched on Clay's choosing the right niche, consistency and stability, learning storytelling, and we also hit scripting versus unscripted, planning ahead, structuring episodes.
And as much as both of us, and I see Anthony Lewis chimed in on it, somebody else did, as much as we like unscripted, scripting or using a teleprompter isn't a bad thing.
No,
You just
it's definitely not a bad thing.
You have to really fine tune that, because if you don't fine tune it and it doesn't come out natural, again, it's not sellable.
Here's what I do use a teleprompter for my Mod Squad show. I use it for when I'm reading a news article or something like that. Or you could use a teleprompter just to have your bullet points on there. Like I said, I personally wouldn't make my whole show reading off a teleprompter. I have it for certain things that that I need it for, but I don't use it here. I don't really use it on Back to the Retro Review. I use it on the Mod Squad when I do news reviews, but I don't. That's really about the only place I use it. We got Miss K up in the house.
Miss K?
Miss K, check it out. What do you think? What do you think?
Look at that fancy mic, Miss K. You know you want one now.
You know you want it. you know you want this big hunk of burning love right here.
It just looks good, man. I like that thing.
So, do we have any questions about anything that we've already went over? I mean, if not, we'll probably just start talking about food again.
Oh yeah. But you got time. Throw some questions in here. If you guys have questions, this is what this is about. Is helping you guys learn what we do, what gets us by, what works for us, what doesn't work for us.
This show is all about education, all about educating anybody trying to get into budget podcasting, whether it be for newbies, beginners, intermediate people, or even pros who want to kind of scale down some of their stuff. That's what we're here for.
That's true. Know Your Joe said he thought Miss K was going to be on tonight.
Oh. You know what? That's on me. Totally forgot. Totally forgot. Miss K, remind me next week, please. Remind me, because I totally blew it. I blew it. Sorry.
Hey, if she's sitting in the right spot, she could jump on anytime.
This is true. Ooh, okay. Hold on, Miss K. Miss K is saying things. Miss K is saying things here. Hold on. Let me scroll.
What?
Let me scroll. She got the boom arm. She got her a new boom arm. It's the Integear low profile mic arm 360 rotatable microphone arm stand. All right.
I think that's the one I bought for my son.
All right, Miss K. All right now. Jump on the stream, Miss K. Miss K, she was reviewing. Ooh, the Profile 3.
Yeah, that's a good one.
God, I love that Profile 3 for a USB microphone. That's hard to beat, man. It is super.
The Profile 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Lewis said, "What do you guys use to stay on track for videos?" I'm not sure what you mean.
If you're talking about like I'll record my video and edit it, and as soon as I'm done editing, I post it to YouTube and schedule it, or I'll put it in the unlisted to send out to people so they can watch it before it gets posted.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Well, I only do that with you, but I do it.
Yeah, I'll send. Me and Clay are each other's editors.
Yeah,
like Clay,
proofreaders, you know.
Clay, yeah. Oh, Clay's my big proofreader. Clay's like, hey, you misspelled that, or you did this. I'm like, oh yeah, let me go change it. Sometimes I'll leave it in. I don't, but most times I'll change it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check in on that poll since we got several people in here now.
We did. Miss K, if you're listening, beans, do they go in chili or do they not go in chili?
We got 10 people. We got 10 people watching right now. And 6 people voted. Should beans go in chili? Hashtag with beans, or hashtag with for with beans. Hashtag without for.
And we've got 4 that with beans.
Yeah. It started out the 2 without, and I'm like, what? Am I the crazy one?
So she's Miss K and the Broken Brain Show say with.
Yes.
And again, man, I like chili. If I'm having a bowl of chili, I want the beans in there, and I want good kidney beans.
I put, when I make my chili, I put a few different type of beans.
I would do that. Pinto beans,
chili beans, kidney beans, black beans, white beans. I use a couple different.
Yeah.
Just to.
Sure.
It's a different color, different
more texture.
Yeah.
But if I'm having like I said, if I'm having a hot dog or like a, like one of them sausage things, and you want to put some chili on it, then I like it with no beans.
Agreed.
I would actually eat that with beans. I'm just saying, no beans on that is pretty good. So
it would be a sloppy Joe without beans.
Yeah, there you go. True. Yeah,
it's a bowl of sloppy Joe. Yeah,
it's a bowl of sloppy Joe.
Yeah, Anthony Lewis, and that's really what prompted it. Is I'm in Texas, and it's been chilly lately, and we were gonna make chili, but everybody here is like, no, beans don't go in chili. And I'm like, yes,
we're gonna put it in there. Yeah.
Don't tell me how to make my beans. I'll make my chili. I'm from Florida.
Oh, well, that's not a good excuse. That could mean a lot of bad. What's going on with you tonight?
I don't want to talk about it on camera.
Oh, I like the shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you, man.
I like the colors.
Thank you.
I'm kind of jelly. I need to send you a shirt or two so that you can.
Yeah, I can print it. I can print almost any design. So I actually have several prints, several things that I need to print. That the wife ordered off of Temu that several different designs. So
yeah.
I just printed. As a matter of fact, earlier this week, I just printed me a "Talk to Me Goose" shirt that I need to wear.
From Top Gun.
Top Gun, yeah.
Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me.
Does anybody have any questions about this beautiful microphone?
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful, or any of the talking points that we have, or any questions at all
in general.
Just in general. That's what we're here for. Ask away. Now is the time that we ask for your questions. It could be anything from
we kind of
podcasting.
Exhausted all of our stuff in like less than 30 minutes.
It was about 30 minutes.
We're at 32, so
we'll say 25.
We can call it 30. I'm okay with that. But like fast.
Round up. Always round up.
Yeah. Unless you're telling somebody how much you weigh or how old you are.
This is true.
Then you're like, oh yeah, I'm 190.
I'm only 39 plus tax.
Yeah. 39. That's your age?
Yeah.
39 plus tax?
Yep. I'm
it depends on what state you're in now, because that could be 11%, it could be 9%, it could be 6%.
This is very true. I like the chrome blue look. Do you know how it sounds compared to the Shure Super 55? I do not have a Shure Super 55, but if you go and check out Chris Kalt's channel, he did a comparison with the Memphis Blue versus the Shure 55 versus a pile, one of the retro looking piles. So if you want to check that out, that would be a good comparison.
It does have it's a foam filter on the inside, Anthony.
Correct.
That's what we were talking about earlier, is that it would be neat if they'd come out with the chrome. I'm happy with that, but give some options for the color of the pop filter on the inside. I like the way it looks. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying it would be cool if you had some options.
Yeah, I like the blue, the touch of blue coming through.
Oh, you sound like a poet.
The touch of blue. Hey, and I didn't even know it.
Touch of blue coming through.
How does it compare, Chris? No, your Joe wants to know. If
Yeah,
Chris is even still here, yeah.
Yeah, you check out Chris's video. It's pretty good, and he compares, like he said, the Memphis Stage Right Blue and the Pile. I forget the actual rest of the name, but and then he did the Shure 55.
Yeah, it's a really good comparison for sure.
He's like, I'll watch later. I'm looking for instant gratification.
I personally, I can't give you a firsthand knowledge because I don't have a Shure 55.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why I really can't comment on it, and that is why I'm sending you to Chris, because he does. He does have firsthand knowledge, so that's why I sent you to Chris. I don't like talking on things if I don't have firsthand knowledge.
right. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say what I saw.
Exactly.
Well, I saw in this one video. I mean, I'll reference something, but I don't really want to judge or anything like that.
Chris, inquiring minds want to know.
Remember that magazine?
Oh,
The
was it a
Inquirer.
magazine?
Yeah, it was called The Inquirer. It was like a newspaper, but like, a tabloid.
I remember the Inquirer, but I thought it was front part of a newscast or a entertainment type show.
I'm pretty sure I'd almost swear it was part of the magazine slogan, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you could be right. I can't remember yesterday, much less.
You may be wrong, but you may be right.
National Enquirer. The National Enquirer.
Yeah, I think that was the name of it. The official National Enquirer. I just called it The Inquirer.
Oh man.
What's the matter? Are you tired tonight?
Man, today was a long week. It was bad. Yeah. Yes, it was for the Inquirer. It said Yo Cholo. He probably still has all his issues of the National Enquirer, National Geographics, all of his
Reader's
books.
Digest,
Yeah.
TV Guide. You got TV Guide?
Oh, I'm sure he has all of it in a box somewhere. You don't get rid of anything.
Yeah. I do once, like I hang on to boxes for this stuff.
Oh, I have a closet over here is full of nothing but empty boxes.
Gearbox, yeah. And the thing is you don't need them, but then as soon as you throw one away, you'll find a reason to need it.
Yep. For all of these microphones that I have, I got boxes for all my action figures. There are in there.
I took my OBSBot Tiny 2 Light to the other night when we filmed episode 3 of the wrestling podcast.
Oh, nice.
And I brought my OBSBot because I wanted to hook it up as a secondary camera just so I can use it to help match up, sync up audio, because we film with one thing and they're just using their iPad.
Right.
So they film with the iPad, and then I record audio through an audio interface into my computer. And then I'll put those together and get rid of their audio because it's horrible. It's getting better. The problem is we're in a room. It's in a barn, okay? And he's got 4 podcast rooms set up in there, and only one is done, and it's the wrestling one. There's no heat, and we're in the middle of winter, and it's cold. Like we're cold up here sometimes. And we're out in this barn, and he's got a salamander. Do you know what a salamander heater is? They're like a legit. They run on propane, and it looks like a jet engine, and there is like a hot flame inside of it. Just
yeah, okay, I've seen those. Yeah.
So he's got one of those, and then he's got this other setup that's like it looks like.
Which has to be killing your audio, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is what we would do is we would turn it down to low, so that it would still stay warm, but it would be a little quieter, and it's making the audio like they were using wireless lav mics in the beginning, and that first episode was just awful.
I couldn't get through it.
The second episode is a little bit more tolerable, but you can still hear a little bit in the background. Last night, it wasn't that cold, and we were able to turn that big heater off. But we had these other heaters that are also propane. They look like lights, and they get real hot. It's almost basically a flame inside there.
Okay.
But there's a noise to that too, but it's a lot quieter. So that's the noise you hear in the background. So I set them up with 2 dynamic microphones. I've got them set up with an audio interface that I had, and it's still, I can't wait until we don't have to run any heat, because then it's going to be a lot better.
Right.
But episode 2 and episode 3, they're getting, you can listen to them.
I'll have to check it out. King Paco is in the house. Doing good, man. Doing good. How are you doing? King Paco is putting out so much content right now. A lot of content. And he's loving it. And I'm loving watching it. So, yeah. Good job, King Paco. Know Your Joe says, gotcha. Thanks, Chris. I'll take it if you have it. For the sure, then that is the way to go. If you don't want to spend a lot, then the Memphis Blue will get the job done. I will say, just listening to his video, go and watch it, because I don't think, personally, if I'm spending 65 or what is the Sure run?
I don't remember.
You know what? I'm going to look it up. Sure 55. I'm going to look it up real quick. Sure 55.
No apologies necessary, Paco. You don't got to apologize for being late to our show.
Not at all. So if I'm spending 65 for this or 250 for the Sure 55, they are so close from my ears, from what I was hearing. I'd go with the 65. I'd go with the Memphis Blue. But that's me. The Sure does sound better. Don't get me wrong. From what I was hearing, the Sure does sound better from what I was hearing. But
is it better enough to justify the cost?
I don't think it's good enough to justify the cost difference, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
But Chris commented on it. I wanted to say that along with it. But again, go watch the comparison for yourself. I was just giving what I saw on it. Again, I don't like to give full advice without having
go watch Chris's videos just to listen to his voice.
Yes.
That's the prize right there.
King Paco got the bug. He said he's planning on getting a new microphone. Not because he needs it, but because I want it. Why do you think I have so many microphones?
Yep.
I could have stopped. With this one. I could have stopped with the K669D and sound great in every one of my videos.
It's not worth stopping.
No.
I've got something in my radar right now, so that I can do another video. But the one that I have in my radar isn't like $50 or $60. It's like around $100.
Okay.
And yeah.
Does Chris have a Clay voice? Chris has a natural
better.
Radio.
Yeah. He was born with it.
If you heard the voice of Red Cabin Acoustics, Chris has a voice more comparable to Red Cabin Acoustics.
Yeah. Not me. I'm nothing.
Clay, and I'm not saying Clay has a bad voice. Clay has a great voice. Chris has a. I love his voice.
He has a natural radio voice.
Yeah, and you can tell he's been in radio, so you can tell by his speech pattern a lot of times that he's been in radio a lot of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
So any questions from the peanut gallery there?
Well, thank you, Felix. What's he getting? Oh yeah, Paco's gonna grab himself an SM7B.
Oh wow.
Yep, I want one of those. I just want it because of the sound rejection. the fact that it's, I don't know, it's just a warm, cozy mic. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, for what we do when we do mic comparisons, it would be nice to have one. I
don't want it for anything on the review channel. I mean, if I ever get one, I'll review it.
Oh yeah.
I want it for the Raw channel.
Oh, okay.
That's the only channel that I have any interest in spending a little more money on mics for.
But you can use that mic as far as mic comparisons as well, though.
Yeah.
So that would be what I would want it for. I probably wouldn't use it on a regular, but I'm not gonna lie. As of right now, this is gonna be my main mic for most things because I'm enjoying the look of it. And that's until the next new thing comes in. The little bit of recency biased at this point with this, but yeah. Until the next new things comes in, I might stick with this for a while.
Yes, Paco, I was just talking about the Shure SM7B. I'm still, me too, Joe. Know your Joe. He's holding out for an LS208. Man, that's just $600. I want one though.
Yeah,
that's a good microphone too. I want a bunch.
Yeah.
If I ever win the lottery, I won't brag, but there will be subtle hints. You'll see me showing up with different microphones.
I want an RA20.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, retro. LOL. Yeah, go for it now until you get some. Yeah. This is my new toy for now until the new thing, something new comes in. Who am I kidding? I change my mics.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Like he changes his socks.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't wear a whole lot of socks.
Were you flip-flopping it?
Sandals or slides. I'm a slide guy.
Yeah.
I like my slides.
I'm a flip-flop guy in the summer, man, because I'm Florida. You can't take the Florida out of us.
Exactly. Exactly. King Paco said the road interface, the payments are killing them. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's an expensive piece of equipment, but the sound that you get from it and the all of the functionality. Here, I got a question for you, Clay. I do have a question for you. Say you do get a Rodecaster. Say you get a Rodecaster Duo. Are you still gonna use the settings in
probably not. I got a feeling if I ever get my hands on a Rodecaster, I will no longer need to worry about using the black hole virtual cable. I won't need to. No. I listen to yours, and I've heard mics that I have in my studio that you put on the Rodecaster, and they sound so much different.
It's a different voice too, though. I mean, different speech pattern. But I get what you're saying. King Pocket says he don't use no filter from OBS.
I do. I like them.
If you want to, Clay has a great tutorial on how to use some. Know You Joe and the Newman U87 AI.
Yeah.
If I ever won the big lottery. Yep.
You know what else? Big lottery? I'd have an Atlantis.
Oh,
and you,
man.
That's a Loughton.
Mm-hmm.
The Loughton Atlantis. But that's it's for doing voiceover work. But it's just so crispy, man, and so clean.
If I ever won the lottery, you're right. There, I wouldn't tell nobody, but there would be signs. Like I would have a whole different studio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would definitely.
I would like to have a couple different setups.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my background, I would like a different background for the Raw channel. I would set up a different background for my business interview stuff that I do, which I haven't.
That's not a bad idea.
I haven't been putting those on my channels, but
King Paco, I still want your mic. Which one? You're talking about the Stage Right Memphis Blue? Is that the one you're talking about, King Paco? Again, does anybody have any questions at all? We got about 10 minutes left before we're going to go ahead and call it a day. But any questions whatsoever, budget podcasting wise, anything else, microphone related? The one is the K669D. This one.
Yeah, the one you're talking about, Paco.
I mean, you can order one off of Amazon. It'll be black and get you some red spray paint.
Oh, a blue raspberry, yeah.
Ooh.
What did you talk about that I missed? What?
So King Paco showed up late. So we talked about this was the spotlight, the Stage Right Memphis Blue. That was the spotlight, and we also talked about. This is what Clay talked about. You want to go over it real quick, Clay?
Yeah, just choosing the right niche, and consistency and sustainability, and learning to tell stories.
And I went over scripting versus unscripted, planning ahead, and structuring episodes. So
we were going over pointers for content creation and podcasting, like in this style, this genre that we participate in.
Exactly. For instance, planning ahead, have a plan on what you want to talk about, and have certain points you want to hit. But as far as scripting versus unscripted, I would not write a whole script on what you're saying. I like the off the cuff,
right?
Off the dome, if you will.
Off the dome,
going off the dome.
I'm the same way. I like unscripted. I like, raw, just how it is. But I did want to reiterate that being scripted is okay too. You just got to perfect it. You want to make it sellable.
You don't want to come off to where you are reading something and it's sounding like this, to where things are not sounding as natural as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be a stiff.
Yeah. King Paco says, that's why I like your content, King Paco. You flow from one thing to the next pretty nice. I like what you do over there. Let's see, what do we got in comments here?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's check that poll one more time.
Poll dancer,
you will. Should chili have beans? And it looks like there's 2 people that say no beans, and 8 people who say.
I may have cheated.
You may have cheated. It happens.
There's a vote from the Clay Allen Review, and there's a vote from Clay Allen Raw.
But there's chili with beans or chili without beans. So that is the poll. Like I said, this is a budget podcasting show, but we kind of like to make things a little light with the polls.
And we like food.
Yeah, we love food. Love food.
I'm okay with that. I don't mind admitting it.
So earlier this week, I made some Baja tacos. Got some. It's basically fish tacos. I basically went and got some Gordon's Fisherman triangles and some popcorn shrimp and put it in the oven, and then got it all crispy, and then got some coleslaw and put on got some tortillas, put some fish, some coleslaw, and I got some fish taco sauce for a sauce, little drizzle of that. Oh, so good.
Yeah. I like fish tacos, man. The first time I ever heard about fish tacos, I thought it was stupid. I was like, what? No. But I was thinking of a hard taco shell because I love hard tacos.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I tried a fish taco, it was in a soft taco shell, and everything just kind of went together perfectly. It had the coleslaw, it had the whatever that sauce is that's in it. And it was just really good.
Anthony Lewis said he had tacos tonight.
So did I.
Tonight I had chicken nuggets and tater tots.
we had tacos and nachos. My wife, every time we make tacos, when you put the shells in the oven,
Hmm.
the other half of the pan, because the shells don't take up the whole pan, is a bunch of tortilla chips with cheese sprinkled on them and just baked.
That sounds good too. I love
Yeah.
nachos.
Yeah.
I love some nachos. Yeah. Do you get? Okay, I went from nachos. So this is my thought process. I went from nachos to, man, I love dipping nachos in cheese, to what? There's beer cheese and then pretzels. Do you like pretzels and beer cheese?
I've never had beer cheese, never even heard of it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
if
I
you
don't know
can
what that
find
would
some
be.
good beer cheese, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. You can get like a beer cheese powder mix. It's not as good as good, but we got some at home because it's hard to find here in Texas.
Miss Gay's like, Clay, those are my nachos.
Miss Miss K got jokes. Miss K
She
got
got jokes.
jokes.
What did
do we?
somebody's? No, I don't think we don't.
Yeah, no, I've never handled that microphone, so it's hard. It would be hard for me to talk about it, King Paco.
No. Know Your Joe asked if we had a 3 Parrots restaurant.
No, never heard of 3 Parrots.
Yes, Paco. Pineapple pizza.
I'm not even gonna call him
like-
pineapple pizza.
Pineapple.
Yeah, he just beat me down with the pineapple pizza, man. Just beat me down with it. Yeah, King Paco, do you know anything about the microphone Shure SM57 Pro XLR? Yeah, no, honestly, I don't have any Shure microphones. So it would be hard for me to speak on any of those. Clay,
Yeah.
do you have any?
I do not know. I want some.
I wouldn't mind some either. Yeah, Shures are pretty nice. Some of them. Let's see. Do you know? Okay, so yeah, beer cheese. Going back to beer cheese.
Never had it. Never heard of it.
So I found it in Florida. Beer cheese is a thing in Florida apparently. I honestly think it's more of a Boston type thing, maybe. But I found it in Florida, and anytime I have pretzels now, those big soft pretzels, I gotta have me some beer cheese. So we found like a little powdery mix on Amazon. It's like, and it's not as good as normal beer cheese, but it's close enough.
I just never even heard of beer cheese.
If you find it somewhere, try it. Have you tried the peanut butter and ham sandwich yet?
No ham. No, I've heard about putting peanut butter on a hamburger, and I'm considering doing it, but not a ham sandwich.
You should try it, man.
It just sounds so weird. Even the hamburger one sounds weird, but
I seen a pub one time that had a peanut butter and jelly burger.
I mean, I've made barbecue burgers before, and that's kind of got some sweet, brown sugar, some syrupy kind of. So I guess maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. All right, Anthony Lewis says they have it a lot in pubs and taverns. The beer cheese, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
All right. Any more questions for us before we get going? Kevin, try pineapple pizza. I have tried it. I'm not a fan.
He doesn't like it. He's weird, Paco. Just don't even.
Listen, I will give everything a try. I will eat anything. I will eat anything at least once.
Yeah. See, I won't. Nope.
You won't?
No.
I will.
Nope. There's certain things that a raw oyster on the half shell. Nope.
I've eaten it,
Blech.
Well, you don't like eggs either.
I don't like runny eggs. No.
Yeah.
And what's weird is I ate those when I was a kid, but now, man, I'm like, no. I have a hard time sitting at the same table watching somebody else eat it. I have to internalize a lot of the the anguish that I'm going through.
So if me and you were hanging out and I ordered oysters and just started.
Nope. I'm getting the chills right now thinking about it. You know what else is really messed up is when I lived in Florida, my family were commercial fishermen. And every year, they still have it, but most of my family is not involved anymore. There's a seafood festival in the area that I lived in. And back when I was a kid, all my uncles, so I have a big family, my grandfather, they were all there, and they ran the oyster shucking tent. And that was a big thing for them. Like, they all ate oysters on the half shell. They'd take the half shell, fill it up full of Tabasco sauce, and throw it down the gullet. I just can't do it.
See, I don't mind oysters on the half shell. I do prefer a fried oyster more than.
I love a deep fried oyster now.
Yeah. King Paco says, anybody try octopus? Yes, I have. I've had grilled octopus.
Is that calamari?
No, that's squid.
Okay, I've had calamari.
I've had both. I've had probably almost every type of seafood that I can.
Calamari is good.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and end this here.
We are done.
Yeah. Thank every one of you guys. I appreciate every one of you hanging out with us. It's been a blast.
I love the comments. Thank you for asking questions. That is my biggest thing. I like it when people are asking us questions. It helps keep the momentum of the show going.
It really does. It really does. Much love to each one of you out there. All right. That does it for this episode of Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. So for Clay, I am Kevin saying, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
See you next week.